In your headlines, good news for the 11-year-old whose thigh bone was broken in a car accident. The Chamber of Commerce makes its position clear on TCI's tax regime. And TCIG announces a new appointment. From the PTV Broadcasting Headquarters in Providenciales, your number one source for news, I'm Erica Pinales, delivering the latest from across the country this Friday, April 8th, 2022, right to your door. Newswatch starts now. The Chamber of Commerce believes that it is important to make its position clear as provided to the IMF on the tax regime generally in the Turks and Caicos Islands. We bring you the details. The Turks and Caicos Chamber of Commerce was recently offered the opportunity by the TCI government to take part in discussions with the International Monetary Fund in relation to the current tax framework in the TCI, including its costs and benefits and how it compares to other countries in the region. The IMF is an international financial institution which promotes international financial stability, economic growth, and monetary cooperations, among other goals. In particular, there was a focus on the possibility of introducing a broad-based consumption tax, such as value-added tax, in the TCI. It is important to note that the Chamber understands its discussions with the IMF were part of a series of stakeholder meetings prior to the IMF providing a report to the TCIG. The TCIG will doubtless receive input from various parties, including the IMF, as part of its analysis of the costs and benefits of any changes to the tax regime. However, we gather that the Chamber believes that it is also important to make its position clear as provided to the IMF on the TCI's tax regime, generally, as well as VAT or similar broad-based consumption taxes. Number one, the TCI is not a low-tax jurisdiction for those who live here. Rather, the tax burden is relatively high within a regime which works reasonably well where improvements and efficiencies can be made to the existing structures. As such, the Chamber is not in favor of introducing an income tax, a corporation tax, or VAT, or similar broad-based consumption taxes. 2. Import duty works reasonably well given almost all goods are imported into the TCI and additional taxes are and can be raised on targeted areas such as accommodation tax and stamp duty, and imposition of VAT or similar broad-based consumption taxes would be bad for the TCI, increasing the cost of collection, creating administrative difficulties for businesses, in particular for small and medium enterprises, with the risk of unintended negative consequences and inefficiencies for the TCI. The Chamber cautions against any significant changes which might increase the overall tax burden and cost of living or doing business in the TCI or create administrative difficulties. The Chamber provided this view to the IMF as part of the discussions and will seek further information and consultations with the TCIG. Good news for the 11-year-old whose thigh bone was broken in a car accident in Eleuthera. The family has updated Newswatch on her progress and their financial support from the public.
11-year-old Trinique Thompson underwent that surgery today that would correct or improve the injuries of her broken thigh bone as a result of that dreadful car accident last Sunday in Eleuthera. Her family is thanking the public for their support after garnering almost half of their new $10,000 goal to assist with medical bills associated with the young girl's surgery and hospital fees. The goal was initially set at $30,000. However, good news coming from the family is that little Trinique has since been transferred to the private surgical ward at the Princess Margaret Hospital, which resulted in a lower medical bill. The $10,000 should now cover surgery, aftercare, and any other medical overages incurred. They continued that Doctors Hospital was their first choice as the operation could be done in less time. However, are satisfied with their ultimate decision. The family has managed to raise at last check $4,500 of their $10,000 goal and are still asking for your help with donations to meet their target. Persons with no access to the GoFundMe link at gofund.me/CF18CD81 can also drop off cash donations at PTV's customer service desk between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. on weekdays. Garning Thompson, the little girl's mother, and her children lived here in the TCI 4 years before moving to the Bahamas just recently. The family was riding in a black Chevy sedan last Sunday when the vehicle crashed, injuring Thompson and her children. However, the injuries sustained by little Trinique were the more serious. The family would like to thank everyone who reached out with words of kindness and encouragement and, of course, cash donations. They say they are grateful.
Don't go anywhere. More News Watch when we return.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to News Watch. In this next story, we take an early look at what this year's hurricane season is expected to bring and remind visitors that it's never too early to prepare. Take a look.
The 2022 Atlantic hurricane season is expected to be another above-average season. This latest news announced on Thursday by scientists at Colorado State University who are forecasting at least 19 named storms and 9 hurricanes, 4 of which predicted to be a Category 3 or higher. Weather officials urge persons living along the U.S. coastline and throughout the Caribbean to prepare for an above-average probability for major hurricanes making landfall near their homes. NPR.org also made note that last season, CSU scientists predicted 17 named storms and 4 major hurricanes, which turned out to be the third most active season on record, with 21 named storms. There were 7 hurricanes last season, 4 of which were considered major. Hurricanes are likelier to be larger and more powerful as they form over hotter ocean water. This is as a result of climate change as global sea surface temperatures rise. While not all storms make landfall, it is important to consider that those that do can bring along more than $1 billion in damages, especially where flooding is concerned. Hurricane season begins officially in June and lasts through November. However, last year, researchers were reviewing the possibility of moving the opening of the Atlantic hurricane season up to as early as May 15th, following a trend of tropical cyclones that have formed earlier than the season's usual June 1st opening.
If you were to note over the last 6 years, we would have had tropical cyclones forming prior to the start of the hurricane season. Last year was the 6th year that happened. And as a result of that, the World Meteorological Organization decided that they will have a look and see whether or not they would bump the start of the tropical cyclone season up roughly about 2 weeks, about the 15th of May.
There has been no official announcement made on this to date. An average season normally has 14 named storms, around 7 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes.
The Office of the Deputy Governor of the Turks and Caicos Islands is pleased to announce the appointment of Ms. Keziah Hamilton to the post of Human Resource Manager within the Office of the Deputy Governor Human Resource Management Directorate. Ms. Hamilton, after successfully completing high school, began her public service career in 2000 as a clerical officer within the Public Works Department. In 2007, she obtained an associate's degree in business studies, having also completed an additional course in administrative corporate secretaryship at the Turks and Caicos Islands Community College. In 2013, she obtained a bachelor's degree in business studies, then moved on to 2019. Ms. Hamilton further advanced her career in public service when she was promoted to the post of Senior Human Resource Officer. She has completed numerous training programs during her tenure in the Human Resource Management Directorate, including the Caribbean Development Bank, Public Policy Analysis, and Management and Project Cycle Management training, and is currently pursuing a master's degree in Human Resource Management from Arden University. Commenting on her appointment, Ms. Hamilton stated, "Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and most of all, it's love of what you're doing or learning to do, and these are words I tend to live by." In being a human resource professional for over 9 years, I've grown a profound love and passion for my career, and I am committed to the ever-growing advancement within this field. I am beyond thankful to God for making all things possible, and also to those around me that have contributed in molding me into the professional I am today. As I embark on this new role as Human Resource Manager, I will continue to put my best foot forward in not only contributing towards the successful management of the Human Resource Management Directorate, but also in upholding the standards of the public service at large. Deputy Governor and Head of the Public Service, Her Excellency Anya Williams, in extending congratulatory remarks to Ms. Hamilton stated, "It is with great pleasure that I take the opportunity to congratulate Ms. Keziah Hamilton on her appointment to the post of Human Resource Manager within the Human Resource Management Directorate. Having began her public service career immediately post-high school as a clerical officer within the public service, Keziah during her tenure has upgraded her educational background and has availed herself to numerous training opportunities to position herself for successful upward mobility in the public service. She is a consummate professional who is fully committed to advancing the recruitment of public service objectives of the HRMD and is well deserving of this promotion." Don't touch that remote. We'll be right back. Coming up next is your sports authority and weather forecast.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Here's the latest in your sports authority and weather forecast. The Queen's Baton has made its arrival to our shores. Yesterday, the Queen's Baton relay began at 2 p.m. from the Children's Park, where all NGPs were reportedly represented, ending at the National Stadium for a reception. Baton bearers held the baton high, where it captured all that the Turks and Caicos has to offer and show the world our uniqueness. Today, on April 8th, the baton will travel to South Caicos, the fishing capital, and Salt Key, climaxing in Grand Turk, where a huge celebration is planned, rejoicing the accomplishments of young people. The relay will commence at 3 p.m. from Carnival Cruise Center throughout the neighborhoods of Grand Turk, concluding at the parade grounds at 4:30 p.m. The Queen's Baton will have a 2-day rest period from April 9th to the 10th before traveling to the Cayman Islands. Here's your 3-day weather forecast. For the nation's capital, Grand Turk, on Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 81, low 77, wind southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, sunshine and clouds mixed, high 81, low 75, winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. On Monday, scattered showers, high 79, low 74, winds east-northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For South Caicos on Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 82, low 77, winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, partly cloudy skies, high 81, low 75, winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. On Monday, scattered showers, high 79, low 74, winds east-northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos on Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 83, low 76, winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, scattered showers, high 80, low 74, winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Monday, scattered showers, high 79, low 74, winds northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For Parrot and Pine Key on Saturday, sunshine and clouds mixed, high 82, low 76, winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, scattered showers, high 80, low 74, winds northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And on Monday, scattered showers, high 79, low 74, winds northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. And on Providenciales on Saturday, sunshine and clouds mixed, high 82, low 76, winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, scattered showers, high 80, low 74, winds northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And on Monday, scattered showers, high 79, low 74, winds northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Now for your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise 6:35 a.m., sunset 7:07 p.m. And for your high tides and low tides 2:08 a.m., 2:42 p.m., and low tides 8:44 a.m., 8:38 p.m. And that's it for your weather forecast. We'll be right back with more News Watch.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to News Watch. The Department of Social Development and Welfare in the Ministry of Home Affairs, Public Utilities and Transportation joined the rest of the world in recognizing the month of April as Child Abuse Prevention Month. We have the details. During this time, a commitment is made to re-examining strategies to support children and families' well-being and raising awareness for prevention, child abuse, and neglect. The Turks and Caicos Islands and globally observes this month under the theme, Children are our tomorrow, care for them today. As a Christian nation, we are reminded by God throughout the Bible that children are a precious gift, and as adults, we have the privilege and moral obligation to nurture our children into holistic individuals who are capable of living the full and abundant life God desires for them. Honorable Otis Morris, Minister with Responsibility for Social Development and Welfare, said, "Children are and will always be our tomorrow. Therefore, as a society, it is encouraged that we pledge our solidarity to instill the necessary tools that will help prepare our precious and priceless generation to become the leaders of tomorrow by being a champion in their lives and a voice that speaks up on their behalf. Caring for our children requires a safe village approach to nurturing them and ensuring they are safe from all forms of abuse, neglect, and abandonment. The ministry advises to know the signs and report all suspected child abuse to the relevant authorities. Prevention is always better than cure. We are also reminded to teach our children how to love, be kind, honest, grateful, humble, teach them responsibilities, praise their achievements, be a good listener to them, impart knowledge to them, and lastly but most importantly, to practice what we preach, be the role model and model the behavior we desire for them." As the Department of Social Development and Welfare continues its mandate in child protection and safeguarding, they're requesting the public's commitment in fighting this battle with them. The ministry says that no child left behind should be the motto echoed throughout our communities, as we are reminded that no one person or entity is responsible for raising children. It is the collective responsibility of all adults to play their part in being the village that raises healthy, happy, productive, respectful Turks and Caicos Islanders. Here are the upcoming activities for Child Prevention Month 2022. On April 1st, the Ministry of Home Affairs will host a child abuse prevention display at the social development offices. On April 8th, social workers are to visit schools and conduct educational sessions in Provo, North and Middle Caicos, Grand Turk, and South Caicos. On April 10th, Blue Sunday will be commemorated throughout the churches in recognition of Child Abuse Prevention Month. On April 15th, Blue Day for all public and private sector planting of blue pinwheels at various locations throughout Provo in the street distribution of brochures to spread awareness. On April 22nd, My Body, My Responsibility, the Lady in Me seminar in Provo. On April 26th, there will be an art competition in North and Middle Caicos at the Q Community Center. And on April 26th, also a prayer vigil, poster, and jingle competition in Grand Turk. On April 29th, there will be an art competition at the Ethel Ingram in Provo. And on April 30th, a balloon release in recognition of Child Abuse Prevention Month. Remember, child abuse is everybody's business. If you see something, say something, break the silence, let's end child abuse, as the ministry says. That brings us to the end of this edition of The Real News. I hate to leave you so soon, but of course, you can join us right back here every weekday at 6:30 p.m. and tap into our social media platforms at www.ptv8tci.com. I'm Erica Pinales, keeping you informed, updated, and affiliated. Until next time.